What's up, everybody? I'm Duncan Knee-Deep, and today I'm bringing you another episode of my VGC UK Regionals rounds. This was round 3 against Sammy. You can find him on Twitter at Sammy Allen. I believe he's got a YouTube channel. I'm going to link it down below. I'm not sure if he's got any videos up yet, but he does have one. Anyway, this battle was interesting because it is an example of me being a beginner to VGC and basically not doing what I should be doing. And it was a very simple mistake, which actually cost me this battle, which is quite unfortunate. My opponent's entire team was Crobat, Rotom Wash, Braviary, Manectric, Venusaur, and Feraligatr. As you can see, he decided to go with the Venusaur, Braviary, the Crobat, and the Rotom. I went with Kangaskhan, Clefairy lead, and then Ludicolo and Thundurus in the back. It's not a bad matchup for me, and I should have won this game, and you'll see why. Anyway, let's get into it. Here we go. So, as I said, I lead off with the Kangaskhan and Clefairy. He decided to lead off Crobat and Rotom. Very interesting team on my opponent's side here. He was one-on-one at this point as well. And, yeah, I was really hoping to win. I was really hoping to win this match. Anyway, I decided to switch out Hate Myself because Clefairy really isn't any good in this initial matchup and go into Swag and then just protect on my Kangaskhan to prevent him from Will-O-Wisping me. I didn't want to get Will-O-Wisped by the Rotom. That was quite important. But at the same time, I wanted to keep Big Mama in because Big Mama did put in work against his team, especially if I can manage to get to a +2. Basically beats every mon on his team pretty much because he has no really strong priority to basically outmatch the Sucker Punch. Anyway, he goes for the Tailwind here, and this is the important part, the Tailwind. Keep count of your Tailwind turns, people. I didn't keep count of my Tailwind turns, and it cost me. I went for the Taunt onto the Rotom to prevent him from doing anything this turn, and then with the Kangaskhan, I decided to go for the Double Edge onto the Crobat to kill that thing. He decides to Super Fang my Swag, and my Citrus Berry is going to bring me back up to 75%. So it's not too much of a problem to lose 25% of my health. I have lost my Citrus, and I'm going to go for the Double Edge onto Crobat. This is a guaranteed OHKO, so the crit here didn't matter because obviously I still had my second hit to come. It's a guaranteed OHKO on Crobat because I am an adamant Kangaskhan. So there was no real trouble there, and everything was going my way. He goes into Venusaur here, and basically all I need to do is stall out his Tailwind turns, and I can easily beat the Venusaur if I can get to +2 with Kangaskhan. I do go for the Taunt onto his Venusaur to stop him from Sleep Powdering. Apparently he didn't carry Sleep Powder, but I wasn't going to take that risk. He did say he didn't carry it after I used this Taunt, but I wasn't going to take that risk. I didn't want to go to sleep. So I went for the Taunt on the Venusaur, and he goes for the Sludge Bomb onto Swag the Thundurus. Swag eats it up quite nicely, although I do get poisoned, which is a problem. It doesn't actually end up affecting the game all that much, because he goes straight for the Thunderbolt onto Swag, which is going to finish it off. So the poison didn't matter at all, but it was still upsetting. It was unsettling to get hacked like that, even when it doesn't matter. I go for the Power Punch onto Venusaur because basically my reckoning was as soon as I'm at +2 with Kangaskhan, I can basically do mad damage to his team. And this is the mistake I made. Here, I thought the Tailwind had ended. My opponent thought the Tailwind had ended. We both went, oh, that's Tailwind done then. And I was completely wrong. I thought wrong. So if I'd known that Tailwind had not ended, my play would have been to protect Big Mama. I have Protect on Big Mama for this reason, to stall out Tailwind, because I struggle against Tailwind teams. It's why I run Protect and not Fake Out, and I would then have faked out his Venusaur with the Ludicolo. That would have been my play, the Protect Fake Out play, because there's nothing Rotom can do to this Ludicolo. It is an Assault Vest Ludicolo. I would have faked out the Venusaur, I'd have protected the Kangaskhan. Now his Tailwind ends. I'd have been in a great position to Double Edge his Venusaur, take it out with a Double Edge plus an Ice Beam from Scrooge, and then deal with his Rotom because his Rotom wasn't a threat. It was still taunted at that point. It couldn't have got up anything. But unfortunately for me, I was a complete idiot, and I forgot about that, and I'm forced to go into Clefairy here, and I have lost this game. There is no way for me to win, especially because I'm going to spoil it. You've seen it in the preview. He has Braviary in the back. I get the Freeze Hacks onto Venusaur, which is adding insult to injury, because there was no way for me to win other than to dodge all of his attacks with Follow Me Clefairy. So I do go for the Minimize with Clefairy there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to dodge the Thunderbolt from Rotom that you're about to see, and Clefairy does go down, and that seals the game. I really should have just clicked forfeit at this point. It was the end of the game. There was no way for me to win. I was really upset with myself because I had that Protect. I had that Protect. All I needed to do was click Protect and Fake Out, and I would have won this game. There was next to nothing he could have done to stop it, actually. I'm not going to say nothing because crits and all of that could have happened, but there was next to nothing he could have said to stop it, done to stop it, and it would have been a really, really nice victory. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it up. I didn't manage to pick up a win. Instead, I froze a Venusaur completely uselessly because Braviary does get to come in now. Obviously, I could have just Sucker Punched the Braviary to death with my Kangaskhan. That would have dealt with Braviary really nicely. Unfortunately, Braviary is going to kill Ludicolo with a Brave Bird and seal this battle. I was really upset with myself. I'm sure you guys are upset with me too. So comment down below what you think I should do to make sure this never happens again. My personal opinion is, from now on, whenever anybody uses Tailwind, I'm going to write in giant letters on my notepad, Tailwind, and then I'm going to mark off the turns. I'm going to mark off the turns because I wasn't paying attention. This guy was quite chatty. He was a really nice guy. I was talking to him, and I lost concentration. We both thought Tailwind had ended. We even said GG. We said GG and shook each other's hand for a good game, and then Tailwind hadn't ended, and I got blown away. I was really upset. This put me to 2-1 losses to wins. So 1 and 2. I was 1 and 2 at this point in the tournament. I was firmly in the loser's room, down at table 56, and it was not going well for me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will be back with another one, of course. There are 8 rounds of this to go through, and I'll see you then.